Hello and welcome to the IDL. My name's Nick, and this is Gluttony Earth. This guy is number 5 in the world at Pokemon Unite. It's Kyle.
You know I'm fucking number 1.
Number 1. This man grinding. Grinding to number 1. Can't stop.
Kyle is ranked 5, but he is fucking number 1.
Yes. Like I said, grinding never stops. His favorite dog is a hot dog. It's Adam.
I don't really enjoy hot dogs. I think they changed the composition of them too much from when I was a child, and they taste weird now.
I don't think that's true.
It feels like it to me. I don't know what to tell you.
It's always
Less
just like
internal organs, more microplastics.
Oh, yeah. A chewier dog that lasts you longer in these trying times. Less food to go around when you make $30 an hour and a hot dog costs $31. He likes to see how blind mice can run. It's BakaZombie.
Hey, gang, you know what they say. Is it really red flag if you're colorblind?
How did I guess? This man's absolute catchphrase. You know it. You've heard it so many times. And the last but not least, this guy has only ever bowled perfect games. It's Kane.
My main goal is to bully as many small children as possible.
In bowling or just in general?
Well, in general, but I mean, that's why I go to the bowling alley, because I bowl perfect games.
Yeah.
Put the bumpers up, and I'm able to bowl perfect games, and then the little kids are just like,
I don't
think
the kids are gonna feel bullied if you're putting up the bumpers.
Perfect scores with the bumpers? No, because it's even playing field. You have the bumpers up, I have the bumpers up, it's
I think
perfect.
I don't think you're bullying them. I think they're waiting for you to not get a perfect game so they can bully you.
Shit. That could be, you know what? Now my new
bumpers up and you get like a 197.
My new goal is to always bowl perfectly.
Yeah. I would hope so. I hope that's everyone's goal every day is to bowl perfect. That's mine. I never do it, but I also don't put the bumpers on. Okay, so I was thinking. That's right. I wonder how many. This is gonna be like here's a drinking game for Gluttony Earth. How many times do I start a bance with? So I was thinking of this for
all
some
of them.
sort of variant.
It's all of
time,
them.
I don't mean to start with that, and then I get into what I want. I'm like, I don't have a good segue into the base, and then it just comes out that way. Okay, so imagine it's the year 2068. Ooh, AI has risen up. They've computer generated themselves into existence, and it's hard to tell between real people and AI people, right? And maybe this wouldn't be a problem. However, they also like to consume food, which means there's less food for people who actually need to eat. They don't need to eat, they're robots. But that means they're eating everyone's food at a high volume to make it look like they're people. So now everyone is there's like so little food going around these days for a while, until restaurants start grouping up and grocery stores group up and they start having local banning on AI from their buildings, right? But it's really hard to tell. So like you're going to your favorite. Adam? What's your favorite restaurant?
I will not engage until you finish this prompt.
What's your favorite restaurant? No, it's fine. What's your favorite restaurant?
Nope, you gotta finish this band. This is a long ass explanation. I'm not giving you an out.
Kane.
Don't do it. Make him finish the prompt.
What's your favorite restaurant? I'm just trying to go through the example. What?
Village Inn.
Village Inn. All right, Kane. You fucking you spend that gas money to fill up your car so you can drive to Village Inn, and you're about to eat a tasty whatever they serve at Village Inn, and there's the AI ban, so they're like, hey, hold up, you can't eat here. What if you're AI?
Well, if it's 2068, I've been dead for about 35 years, and the AI has brought me back as an AI, so I'd already have gotten through this problem already.
Kane, we've already talked about this. Hot dogs are now 80% microplastics. You are preserved.
Oh my god. Oh, fair point.
You are alive.
I forgot. I'm alive and kicking in 2068
now. But yeah, so you want to eat at your Village Inn or your favorite restaurant, whatever it is, but they won't let you in unless you can. They're like, hey, prove you're a human. What's your most human trait?
I look out into the parking lot. I said, hey, humans, guess what? There's only one bike in that parking lot. See, I'm a fucking human, and I'd like waltz myself back in. I literally waltz into the restaurant.
You waltz. You're moving your arms like you're like doing a high like stomp or a high like walk.
Yeah, but it's still a waltz. It's like a waltz.
It's not a waltz. A waltz is a dance.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm waltzing by myself.
You point out the bike and you get into Village Inn and do this. Okay. Adam, so you're saying, what restaurant are you going to, Adam? What
it doesn't matter. I take a shit on the front step because I'm nearly 80 years old and I have no cares in the world anymore. I dropped out, drow, take a shit, and then ask for a cup of soup at 2 p.m. for my dinner.
I don't know. I feel like an AI could do that.
How the fuck?
Me?
How is Adam's?
What I would do, I'm going to... I'm trying to think if I have a favorite restaurant. I don't like restaurants. I don't like eating. I go to my restaurant. We'll just say, I guess Five Guys, because I spend like $100 a week. I go to Five Guys, and they're like, wait, whoa. This is future Five Guys. You gotta be able to prove you're human. I'd be like, all right, okay. My most human trait, I think, I'd say I work too hard. You know? That's my most human trait. I'm too much of a hard worker.
I got nothing for this one. I don't know what.
That was my answer, the most rational out of the fucking three of us so far. No, it is. All I did was I proved that I could see where the bicycle was in the park. I could point out how many bicycles there were, proving that I'm not an AI, and then I waltzed into the Village Inn.
Do you know why they use... Do you understand what a CAPTCHA is?
Yeah.
CAPTCHAs are them asking us to point out bicycles so they can feed that information into the AI.
Oh, the AI can figure out what the fuck a bicycle is.
They can use software to point out the bicycles.
No, but enough people haven't done those, so the AI hasn't figured it out in 2068.
We just keep feeding the beast yet, and then at this point, 2086, they're probably like, hey, you just pointed out a bike. Any old AI can do that. What's your most human trait? What's
my most human trait? I grab my great-great-granddaughter and I put her on my shoulder and I say, could an AI do this? And I caress her hair and then I kiss her on the cheek and then we both waltz into the Village Inn together.
We have to stop. This is
I
know we say it a lot in jest, but this is bad. We can't go. There's nothing here. We got nothing to bants about.
There's
nothing. You know what else is bad?
Oh, Kyle, what's your favorite restaurant?
No, we gotta move to the recap.
Kyle,
so last time we were wrapping up at the mission, and we did some translations.
BakaZombie, what's your favorite restaurant?
Nope. So Darius had some fun little interactions with the orphan. They were bringing up a book, and then you about the book that was made into a play. And then he had a real existential moment with Endien. What does this mean?
What? It's 2086. You going for some Chick-fil-A? It's a 1 p.m. dinner special.
And luckily, Kyle did mention beforehand that he did remember that he's going to tell us about the creepy people he saw outside.
You tell him, I'm my most human trait is I'm too nice. Is that it? Is that what you're going for?
You know what I tell those fuckers? You know what I would tell those motherfuckers?
Yeah,
I would say, Apagondalas lucis and walk away.
It's just getting worse.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
Quick, just say anything.
Kyle passes. So far, I think Kyle's the only other person to pass this test.
We gotta go.
There's nothing more human than getting angry at a little interference and walking away. Baka?
Nope. The viewers can't see it. There's such a determined look on Baka's face that he will not engage in this bant. He has unmuted himself, but I have a feeling
he did walk away from the PC for a
He did walk away.
I go somewhere else. If they don't want my money, then they can go under because they're too stupid to get money from people. I'll just go somewhere else.
I think
recap's already done. Darius.
I think okay. So
we gotta figure out.
Baka, Kyle, and I are the only ones getting into this Chick-fil-A.
Then I'll starve to death as an old man and die angry.
Also,
you're gonna have my granddaughter and her great grandfather AI starving out in the shit.
They're not gonna make AI eat. You're too foolish to eat so many microplastics. Okay. Well, I can tell you hungry boys are hungry for more than just some future Five Guys in Village Inn, so I guess I can feed you with the recap. It's the last time on Gluttony Earth. Temenos brought the crew to visit his mother so they could do something about the cursed medicine she'd been receiving. While she was sleeping, Silas did remove the curse, but they informed the doctor that the plants and herbs they had been using were likely causing a lot more curse problems. Temenos is insistent because they found that a temple dedicated to Abba, that it was Abba's doing. The doctor, however, led them out of the room as to not disturb his mother while she was sleeping, and basically scolded him for always running headfirst into every idea he gets, and about how much that worries his mother, because he's too gung-ho about the first thought, and then it causes so many problems. He said he'd, however, look into the medicine, and they would all check this out, just because they were going to take it seriously. It's just they wanted to be clear that they don't want someone just running around screaming that Abba is cursing everyone when the gods have been gone for hundreds of years. Afterwards, the crew left with Rook to Melinda's famous feasts, where Rook and his parents basically live at. Melinda is Rook's mother, whose birthday is coming up, and that's why they went to go get this mole meat in the first place. So they drop off the meat there. Endien is a bit taken aback by just how much of a trophy hunter vibe the whole place had from Bastion's work. So they decided not to spend too much time there and flew back to New Veneer. When they arrived, they found that Darius had a new steel dog that he built as a companion while they were gone. They assumed it was because he was lonely, but he already was just planning on doing this anyway, taking apart his retractable armor to build this creature. While they were back, Darius did mention to Endien finally about the fact that their old apartments had both been burned down. They weren't sure if it was a threat or if someone just didn't know they didn't live there anymore or what exactly the goal was, but it was something just to, be aware of. And eventually Darius also talked to the group about the children's book based on their adventures. Seeing this, Temenos excitedly ran and grabbed the flyer he kept of the play he saw that was based on this book, and it had, while the children's book had no author, the play did say a story by Doug. Who's Doug? Who knows? At some point, Silas decided to walk the snowy streets of New Veneer and had spotted a couple of hooded figures in a window staring down at him in the streets. He did, however, ignore them, not wanting to cause a scene, and continued on. And I believe that's what we did last time.
I've hated a lot of bands, but this is the first one to make me just like, I'm done for the night. I can't play D&D, actually.
You got to get into the bands, man. It's fun when you're there. It's like it's like a pool, you know. At first, you're like, this might be a little cold. I don't know if I want to go in there and get wet.
See,
once you're in there, you're like, this is bad. I like this.
When someone takes a shit in the pool, everyone has to get out of the pool. So,
Not if
and
you
then
took
you have to
the
like
shit.
clean the pool. I want to know. I know this was a question Baka also had, but I will start.
Was it about bands?
No. Does the flyer for the play have running dates on it? Is it still in town? Like, is there any more information?
Right. It's not still in town because I believe this was like a month or two ago. It was in the middle of the third.
I mean, it was before our last mission, so however long.
Yeah, so it was a bit ago. So it is not running. It seems as though there was no running dates, but I think you'd be hard pressed to find that it's still running in the area.
Okay. That may be something to investigate to track that down. But that's a different problem.
Okay. So I have asked each of you about possible things you'd still like to do during this downtime. And a lot of it is just, grinding these rolls out. Getting through it all. And so I think if we want, we can do like a little bit of a time skip. Have you just give me those results. And maybe I'll ask you a thing or two about each of what's going on. And I'll just go through a list and like talk about stuff that's going on. First, and at any point during this, if you have like something like a scene you want to do, like someone you want to talk to, something you're interested in the meantime, let me know. But otherwise, I'm just gonna keep kind of like going through a little bit more fast-paced, since we have we know a big chunk of time that you guys want to spend. So I guess first things first, I know Darius wanted to build some armor for Temenos.
Yes, which
we already had you roll that, so we already know how long that's going to take. I bet you'll just have to get you spend a little bit of time finding a mage to help you cast some spells on it while you're building it, but it goes pretty quick. Give me like a thing that goes on during this. Give me a scene or something about. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be long. Just maybe describe a brief moment of time in your building of this armor.
Yeah, I think because it is for Temenos, I think there is both at the beginning and then as he's drawing up the plans and things like that. One comes into Temenos's room with a tailor's tape measure and gets all of Temenos's measurements and so that it fits and everything like that. And then kind of through the process sees, because he doesn't know Temenos super well, would he want any decorations on it and those types of questions of what he would want this armor to look like. And then I think there would probably be, again, not necessarily a full scene if we don't want to, of then towards the end of refittings and things like that, of just having like casual conversations with Temenos to like learn more about him and just try to like build up that relation a little bit, since it feels like he doesn't know him that well, and we've gone through some like at least one pretty shitty situation together. So trying to like get a little bit more of a relationship.
At some point you finish the armor. So, I mean, if you want to present it to him, like, I don't know if you guys like have anything like between you two, give me a little scene.
Temenos, when asked about if he wanted anything specific on his armor, he would just tell Darius, if you can see my shield, this is my father's emblem. If you could kind of incorporate some of the same color scheme into the armor, that'd be great.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's no issue whatsoever. I mean, do you want any specific symbology on it? I mean, color schemes are real easy. You can do all sorts of lacquers and enamels on metals to get colors on it.
Well, I guess maybe if you could just, in the center of the chest, if you could just put like a symbol of the triumvirate, that would also be great.
Yeah.
Because my father's emblem didn't have the triumvirate, but yeah, if you could do that as well.
Yeah. What does your father's emblem look like?
If I can recall, I believe. Okay, now I'm doing some remembering. This might take half a second. Mm-hmm. I believe Temenos' father's emblem, it had like a rainbow, and then for the triumvirate, it was 3 triangles that like each of their ends would like intersect into each other. So it was kind of similar to like Christian symbology as well. Like it would, like the triangles would like overlap.
Like a 3-part Venn diagram of triangle. Like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think then as Darius kind of finishes it up, because he's using silver from a sentient gargoyle still. Gotta love that. Doesn't tell Temenos that. Mm-hmm. But has this like half plate armor that has the symbol of the triumvirate worked in silver on the center, so like a silver inlay in the metal, and then probably in like the very center of that, so like where all 3 of the triangles would intersect, is where he would put his father's emblem, so that it's at the center of kind of this whole thing. Again, taking it, it's like not even caring if it's maybe a little sacrilegious, but it's just like feel appropriate. That's like, well, this was important, so I'm going to put it at the center of this other thing that is very important to you. And also, because your mercenary band was the Red Cape?
The Red Flags.
Red Flags. So I think then, like, as part of that would have a nice red cloak to go along with it, as well as like just part of the armor. I think because you have a cloak of protection, right?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, so it's probably more of like a half cape type situation where it doesn't go all the way down, but has like to like the middle of your back, like a small red cape,
like a crop top.
Yeah,
got you. Crop cape.
Cool. Endien, you wanted to see if Rook would train you a little bit in archery. Correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah. So I mean, if you ask him about it, that'd probably take like a downtime to like. He'd be willing to teach you. The only thing is, because he also has stuff he has to do, he has like a job that he has to go like help train some animals. He's got like some like rich family who has like a pack of horses that need training.
Horses?
Herd? Whatever. Terms are made up. Yeah, so he's got like stuff that he's got to train like away from. He said he's fine. Like if you wanted to join him, he could spend that time while he's like his off time training you. But you just basically be on a like mission downtime somewhere else with him.
Yeah. And I won't tell anybody else.
You won't tell anybody else? You just disappear one day?
Yeah.
He's like, all right, okay. Yeah, I'll pick you up on the way there.
All right.
Okay. So, what I need from you is, so you have a meter of 11 that you're going to need to do for this. So I need you to, if I could get my stuff to not freeze on me when I'm looking at it.
Hey, you knock it off. You stop freezing right now.
What kind of skill check do you think you're looking for to get this? What kind of skill check do you think makes sense? I was thinking perception.
Yeah.
Just because you are trying to learn a feat from him called Archer's Eye.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I was going with something with wisdom, and that's perception, so works for me.
Yeah. So I need you to make. You just need 11 successes with a DC.
Easy.
I believe it was a DC of 14. Let me check. Yeah, so it's a DC of 13. So you just need 11 successes.
Okay.
And if you get a nat 20, that counts as 2. If you get below a 13, but just tell me how many, that counts as 2 successes. So tell me how many, like, time, you just do that, and then I'll come back to you. Yeah, you tell me how long it takes you to get
okay.
Temenos. You are looking to do a bunch of strength chaining. I don't know if you were going to consider finishing it in this time, but what I do know is that... I'll come back to you. Silas, you were looking to change your invocation.
Yes. I also want to add a shock. I want to get better armor.
You want to get better armor. Okay. What? Are you looking to get magic armor? Are you looking to get regular armor? What kind of thing do you think you're looking for? You're what?
+1 breastplate.
Okay. Is that that's an uncommon?
Yeah. No. Hold on. Magic inventory.
I think +1 armor is rare.
Yeah, rare. How much is that? I'm just curious on how much it's going to be.
You said it's rare?
Yes.
You could put in a request for that. You could get it about a week later, which isn't going to matter too much here. But it would probably cost about 1,100 gold if it's rare.
I have. If Silas is shopping, if he makes any mention of that, this is a task that Darius had for Silas. Would come in with a small bundle and has inside of that several magic items and says, your family's merchants, right? Come from a merchant family. That's what the Dubois do.
Yeah.
So we've picked up a couple of things that, I mean, none of us really seem to be super useful for us. I'm not the most eloquent when talking with shopkeepers. You may be able to get a better price out of. If you go down to Blue Flag Antiquities, they do buying and selling of magic items. You probably get a good price out of this, and then we normally even split across all of these for this type of situation.
Yeah, sure. I'll be happy enough to sell these for you guys.
And I'm going to... Great, thank you. And I'll clap him on the shoulder, and I'm also going to cast Enhance Ability for Eagle Splendor to give you advantage on charisma checks.
How long does that last?
It lasts for an hour.
All right, so you gotta hustle. Or you go with him, cast it on him, send him to
You give me a to-do list. Go to this shop.
I mean, like, however it works out. Darius would be fine going with him. Like, however it needs to happen.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah, you'll have to go to like it's Blue Flag Antiquities. The owner is a little gnome named Pillar Dog Gillikid. He's very eccentric. He's got a lot of rare and strange items there for various prices. But yeah, you could haggle with him to get all this stuff.
Yes.
What is the list of stuff that needs to be sold?
We have a Scroll of Soul Cage, which is a very rare item. According to your little list, has a selling price of 20,000 gold. We have a robe of
consumable, yeah.
Yes, we have a Robe of Summer, which is a rare item, so that is a cost of 4,000 gold. We have then 2 common scrolls of Thorn Whip and Thunderous Smite at 50 gold apiece.
Okay, well, let me...
Okay, I might hold on a breastplate if I'm getting a fucking lump sum real quick.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for... So we're going to just go down the line on this, right? Okay, so the very first one you said was a very rare scroll?
Yes.
Okay. I need a persuasion check from... Silas.
And I have advantage.
Yes.
That is a nat 20 for a 30.
Okay. That's 30,000. You'll get 30,000 gold for that.
Hell yes, Kyle. Hell yes.
I will also be adding another item to sell.
Okay. What is the first? I want to just go through this list. Okay, what's the next item?
All good.
Robe of Summer, 4,000 gold for a rare item.
Okay, give me your persuasion.
Plus 28.
All right, that is 6,000. You get 6,000.
Hell yeah. This interaction.
How much did I say was for the scroll? How much did I say you got for the scroll?
30.
Okay, that's right. Okay, next item.
Scroll of Thorn Whip, which is a common item.
Okay. Persuasion.
Rolling. That's another nat 20 for 30.
Okay, that's 150 gold.
Well, it's gold.
The last one is another scroll, Thunderous Smite, which is another common.
Okay, give me another persuasion.
$13.23.
All right, that is another 150 gold. And then you have an item you want to sell?
Yes, I will look over to Darius since he's still with me, right?
Yeah. I think at this point, and also is just like seeing this interaction, and in his head he's thinking, this is why we got this fucking guy around here. Okay, I can see why he's useful. Of just like the mountain of gold that is piling up next to these items.
Well, like it's a funny, if you go back to like this conversation you guys had at the bar on Lazaret, he talked about like being a librarian wasn't what was getting him things. It was being a rich Dubois. It was being a Dubois and like connections that was giving him a lot of his access to things now. And now you're seeing it like firsthand, just how he's swindling this gnome guy.
We've given Pillar Dog a lot of good business.
Yeah. Well, he's about. I'm gonna look at Darius first. I'm gonna ask for his opinion. Do you know if anyone in the group is able to use these? And he shows you his bracers of defense.
I don't think so, because all of us are armor wearers.
Yeah. Well, I'm about to get armor, so these are going to be useless for me. It is a rare item that I'm about to sell.
Are these the ones that you just got from being a Star Color?
Yep.
Damn. Wow.
I I messed up because I thought mage armor would add on to my AC, but I fucked up and it replaces my AC.
I thought it.
It's still no. It should work because it's if you're wearing no armor and using no shield.
Yeah, so they stack with each other.
Yeah, but then
does it not stack on the website?
Mage armor doesn't work on D&D Beyond. You have to do it manually.
Maybe I.
Yeah, because your base
that should
AC
put you at
becomes...
a DC. That should put you at an AC 20 if they both stack. Because it just says if you get a +2. I don't think mage armor counts as wearing armor. I don't.
Is my entire downtime just out the window because I misunderstood?
No. Because you were gonna do this takes like a downtime. This isn't like a.
Because if mage armor, because the way I calculated it only gave me 1 AC.
Because mage armor brings your AC to 13 plus your dexterity, and then bracers of defense would bring it up another 2, so you would have 15 plus dexterity.
So you're saying because your dex is so high, mage armor might not be giving you a whole lot.
Yeah. So I was like,
no, it's just your base AC. So it'll just give you a +3 mage armor because your base AC is 10 plus your dex. Mage armor makes it 13 plus your dex, and then the bracers will then give you a +2 in addition. So you are just getting a net from all of they all stack your dex and your mage armor. Yeah.
So I actually have AC fucking 19.
It should be 19 with everything.
So I might not be changing my evocation then.
What was
my evocation gives me mage.
That's the one you were getting rid of. Oh, okay, yeah. I see what you're saying. That might.
That's why I was fully gonna sell these bracers of fence. I'm like, I'm in their faces quite a bit. I need to not be hit that much.
Yeah. Let me just rewrite some stuff here.
Okay, so maybe I'm not selling anything. Actually, if he has... I lied. Wait. Would boots of... God, now I need to look.
Here, I'll give you time to think about what you want. While I... Temenos. You wanted to study some of the writings from the temple. I believe Darius also wanted to look into this. So you're possibly going to help him, or what was the plan? Do you think?
I believe it'd be Temenos helping Darius with, because I feel like Darius would have more of an expertise in decoding the writing.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to sidetrack too much. How long? What did Baka stuff end up as? Because that kind of I have a ton of things I would want to do. So if I know how long that at least is going to take.
The way I have it, the way I've gotten things written for this is that you guys still have you'll have a chunk of unattended time left, even with once Baka's done with once Endien has done all of her training with Rook. You'll still have in that meantime, you'll still have a chunk of time left over.
Okay, yeah. So we can do those research checks then.
Yeah. Let's go. Since I'm waiting, I'll go back to Endien. How has things been going?
Took 15.
Took 15 to get it?
Yep. Wait, sorry, 16.
So that's all the way that's going to take everyone else has a lot of free time then left over because Endien's basically on this trip practicing this archer's eye feat, which I think I made into a homebrew feat. I don't know if you can see it, Endien, if you try to go look and try to add. Also, give me a scene or tell me describe some form of this training that you're doing with him. maybe like I don't know if it's like a scene that you want to like say is going on, or if you just want to describe like short like stints of your time together or what. But I'll leave that to you.
I mean, it's mostly just practicing the feat, and then like she watches some of his horse training, but doesn't like try to make friends with him necessarily.
Yeah, it's pretty like
business
with this all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this is the only other like librarian that you've had much contact with at all, and your first time meeting him was trying to abduct Silas. But yeah, he's also like pretty business-like. He's not. I mean, he's a smart guy. He's pretty like strict with his animal training, but he's not like, he doesn't enjoy like, you've already told, he's not a hunter, so he's not like that. He's just more like, he does a lot of like, gets a lot of money to train animals for rich people, basically. So then he spends the free time like very business, like trying to drill down all these things for you.
Am I made aware of my new currency amount while I'm on the trip, or do I have to wait till I get back?
I mean, they have phones; they can call you. If they...
Do you call me?
We would let you like.
Could I put an order in about, or like even if it's like calling my family to have something sent, but like paying for it, you know?
I mean, if your allies got the money, it'll be basically whatever they put an order in for you will definitely be waiting for you by the time you get back.
All right. I don't know how to pronounce this. Adam sent it to me. It basically be replacing my my elven cloak thing. It's the Kagonesti Forest Shroud.
Okay, I'm assuming this is the from the book Many Things. So Adam is gonna have to send me something to look at because I have
a screenshot. I can just send you.
Yeah, send me that stuff.
It's so fucking good.
Oops! Why did it do it like that?
What's the rarity on it?
It's a rare wonders.
Item.
It's like it's essentially just gives me one extra thing that the cloak doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is actually from Dragonlance.
Okay, which I also don't have.
This cloak appears to be made of autumnal leaves woven together. While you wear this cloak, you have advantage on dexterity stealth checks. You can use a bonus action to magically teleport, along with any equipment you are wearing or carrying, to an unoccupied space you can see within 30 feet of yourself. You then have advantage on the next attack roll you make before the end of the turn. Once this bonus action is used, it cannot be used again until the next dawn.
Yep, so it's basically giving me an extra misstep because those shoes already give me that. But also the cloak. The cloak kind of gives you, because it gives you like they have disadvantage on perception checks and you have advantage on stealth checks when you're hiding. Mm-hmm. It's like it just doesn't come into play often enough or get remembered that they have to do a disadvantage check. So I'd rather just have an extra misstep. But yeah, I'm trying to save this in a way that makes sense.
Yeah. So if it's you said it was a rare.
Yep.
Okay, so that'll be 1,100 gold. Right. And that'll definitely be available before you get back.
Sounds good. I've got the quiche.
Quiche.
You got quiche in my window.
Blaze it. Let's see here. So yeah, let's get back to this. Let's get back to this research. You are looking into the stuff. Are you guys just doing it in your own library, like that you have in the base, or what's going on with this?
I mean, again, since we also have time, I don't know the like best way to go about this, because I know part of it was just like a translation of it from this kind of like old English type to a more common or like more modern translation of it. So I don't know if that's the first step, and then if we have like the resources to research it more. Like I don't know what like the scale of our library is versus like potentially going somewhere else and looking things up.
Okay. Because otherwise Temenos was just gonna strength train. I don't know if he's interested in doing it by himself. So I know you also wanted to go on a trip. I don't know if this is something you want to invest in before researching, or if it's something you want to do after investing in researching.
We can take care of this now, because I think the trip would probably be one of the last things Darius does, kind of before we head out on our next mission.
Okay, yeah. I think I'll just. I don't think you need to roll for it. I think it just takes a downtime to do the translating and like getting everything mapped out.
Mm-hmm.
And then another downtime would be trying to pool your resources together, because partially it's like looking at history books, looking at various like scholarly books on just different religious texts, looking at the religious texts that Temenos owns.
Mm-hmm.
So if this is a specific thing you want to look into, I'd say we can start with an investigation check on this. I think as part of the downtime for you looking into like translating this and stuff like that, I think that's plenty of also like time or possibility that you've had to, like, if you needed extra resources, gone to the university to rent stuff out. So I think you'll have enough stuff. If you'd like, no, okay, well, I'm going to take that back, because normally what I said is you can spend gold to acquire extra related materials. So if you'd like to get a bonus, you can get extra materials to research this. Otherwise, you're kind of just stuck with whatever books are in the library and whatever Temenos has.
Okay. How much for the bonus?
50 gold on materials will give you a +1 to your roll for a max of +6.
Okay. I think for this initial one, Darius will drop 50 gold to again get like some additional like reference materials essentially from the university to do this, to kind of like get our base work so we know what it's about, and then if we need to do more research after that, we'll kind of see what.
DM, would you like Temenos to roll as well?
Hold on. No. You're basically just letting him get. I mean, it depends. I mean, only one of you is going to necessarily. Actually, I'll take it back. It depends on how you want to do it. You can either spend your downtime giving him assistance to give him advantage, or you can do your own separate rolls. It's just then you have, you can each ask questions about it if you both succeed. So you could theoretically just get a lot more answers if you both do rolls, but you're more likely to get the highest number of questions on average, I think, if you give him advantage. So it depends on how you want to do that.
Temenos would like to give Darius advantage.
If we're doing this in our home library base, we already have advantage.
Oh.
So then I would say
Oh, shit, yeah.
You can do your own checks, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yep.
Okay. If you want to give me a investigation check, then.
Add advantage. Okay.
I like to imagine you guys are like studying vigorously. Duando is in the corner on their own table with John and Gilly, like struggling to get through this text as well as they're spending time in this meeting room with you, or this library with you guys. All right, what did Darius
Temenos?
get? Oh, go ahead. Temenos.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just gonna cut you both out. All right. Darius.
Darius got a 25.
25. All right, and what did Temenos get?
Temenos rolled a 19.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
So who wants to ask first? So basically, you each, Temenos got less answers than Darius did, but I mean, obviously you're gonna pool your stuff. You guys, just so you, like, I know some of you might have like different interests in what you want to ask. So go ahead and you each at least got one answer. So like, who would like to do something first with this? Who would like to ask the first question?
I think obviously both as a player and in character, Darius knows that this is more of like Temenos' thing and probably has more questions, whereas Darius is approaching this in a more scholarly fashion. So at least for my first question for Darius, and possibly only, is the question of like, because these are all writings that were taken from the wall of this like submerged or like sunken temple.
Yep.
So he's now looking at it of like, what was, obviously it's a religious thing of the triumvirate, but like, what is the purpose of this? Like, is this like a recording of history? Is this like instructions? Is this instruction or like resuscitations for the masses to read? Like, what is the purpose of all of this, and possibly the purpose of like the building that it was carved on?
Okay. So I'll say question number one. So it seems like the purpose of all of this, it looks like it's very poetic, very flowery. It looks like it's meant to be some sort of like poetic scripture talking about this thing. It's like talking about, and I mentioned like it's about finding strength through death, and it kind of like, it mentions like a phoenix. It sounds as though it's there. It's meant to be like a poetic description of the purpose of the temple. So like it sounds as though it's storing a power, like it's storing a item that gives great wisdom, right? So this thing is like, only if you push for it, only the strong who can push through death possibly can obtain this great wisdom. And it sounds as though, I'll say for your second question, it is meant to store this, what might be the text you think referred to as a phoenix flower, which is meant to give you incredible wisdom. And possibly, I mean, just, I don't, you connect it on your own if you'd like, but I'd say you probably realize, like, the location of this under what was called the Wisdom Falls seems like a little purposeful in a way. To what degree that connection is there, who knows? But like, seems like it's not a coincidence that the Wisdom Falls is covering this temple dedicated to this flower of wisdom, basically. So you each have one question left then, because Darius got 3 questions and Temenos got 1.
With this information, Temenos would ask, I guess, for a more specific location of the flower. You could probably assume that it's nearby, near the Wisdom Falls, but if like flowers were grown specifically in this temple, or if the temple gives a way to find the flower.
It sounds like this flower was cultivated at the very base of this temple. So it's, however deep that goes, you're not sure, just because it is a structure in the middle of mountain. Silas did mention to you that there was one opening on like the ceiling, like a small like trapdoor type thing. But like, it's kind of like a one-way going in, because of how the cave like forms above it. It like once you get too deep, you can't really turn around, and your only way in is in. You think it's meant to, it's cultivated and held at the base of this structure.
Okay, yeah, that would be the only question Temenos has.
I mean, you guys have one more if you'd like, but if not, then
I think. Like, also, because I'm assuming people have told Darius about, like, the curse energy magic that was at this area as well.
Yeah, I imagine so.
And this,
Temenos probably wouldn't be able to shut up about it.
Like, tangentially related to this, and let me know if this is, like, too far outside of the scope of what we were doing. Like, is this... Like, yes, this temple is meant to house the phoenix flower, which grants great wisdom, but is there anything like with a ba that is like curse centered, or is this like any sort of protection, or like does the phoenix flower grant any additional protection, or could there be like corruption related to that? Like, trying to see if there's a connection between the curse magic and potentially this temple.
Yeah, I mean, I think conferring at first Temenos would probably, I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I imagine Temenos would probably be like, oh, definitely, Abba has cursed this place. Abba is the darkest, most horrifying deity the world has ever seen. But like digging into this, you realize that's not really the case. While his specific sect is primarily focused on life through Asana Vita and like the wisdom and life that Asana Vita brings, they are part of a triumvirate. Like they are like a form of balance. And he is like a deity of death and a lot more, like what sounds at first antithetical to Asana Vita. But it seems as though this is not like there's no reason he'd curse it. You do think it's strange that it is buried underground like this. Like it doesn't seem like it's weird because it's like it's got scripture on it. It's meant to be read. So at some point, like this was in some form buried or sealed away. If it's a temple, like a holy temple, at some point there could have been guardians to it. You'd think that's not unusual for like followers of the triumvirate to have like someone who like watches over this place or whatever. But you don't know much else. Like, so if there's like a guardianship, it could be. This curse could have something to do with the guardianship. Might not.
Okay. But yeah, not a direct like.
There's no direct cause and effect of this that you're aware. That's like there's no intent that you're finding.
Cool.
Okay. So that took 2 downtime. So, Temenos, you're looking to do strength training, is that right?
Hell yeah.
Are you gonna do any other research? Are you gonna possibly I'll give you you have a lot of time to spare. It sounds like this trip. Oh no, you wouldn't even know. Oh, you guys would probably know because eventually Endien would call you and be like, "Hey, I need you to put in some orders for me." They'd be like, "Where are you?"
Well, Temenos would feel pretty accomplished with the research that he and Darius did, and hey, that's just more time for gains.
Well, I was gonna say you could do something. There's possibility. I mean, you could go to the temple.
You know what? You son of a bitch, you've tempted me there. I think Temenos would do like a little recon trip to the temple himself. Like now knowing like the dangers of the temple, he'd be a lot more careful, but he would go to the temple to kind of see if he could scout anything out himself.
Do you let anyone know that you're doing this?
Yes, I let everyone know.
He doesn't want to just leave his children again.
Oh,
they're pretty irritated that you just up and left. Also,
there.
In that case, Darius will give you so that you can take it with you, but expects it back. A wand of magic detection. So 3 times a day you can cast detect magic at will with it. Yeah, I think that's the most useful thing that he can give you right now.
Okay.
Temenos. I also you guys have like a fuck ton of gold. I'll deal with how much it cost you later. So that's gonna take you, I think, because it took you a week to get there with a private direct flight. So it might take you a little bit longer just to travel. Heads up, you'll have plenty of time to do this.
Okay. Silas.
There's nothing I want to buy right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing for me to do since I'm not going to retrain my invocation. I guess I'll just train a stat.
Train a stat?
Yeah. An ability.
You stop me if you don't want to. You could always go with Temenos if you want to curse hunt. But that's up to you.
if that's worth your time.
Last time I was there, the man needed spider climb.
Temenos would be more careful this time. Now that they know what's like all that's going on, yeah.
Sure.
Got him.
Yeah, but the first curse I see, I will demolish.
Okay. Also, what kind of stat training did you want to do? Just because I can just fill your time with that also.
Dex.
Dex? Okay. And I'll do that eventually. All right. Everyone is leaving New Veneer on their own separate journeys. What is Darius doing in this time?
I
know you have 1,000 things you could do, so it's up to you what you want. I'd say you have 2.
I have, by my count, I still have...
You have like 10 downtimes left.
I have 9 on my count. Because I counted selling the armor with Silas as one of them, because it felt appropriate.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Then, yeah, okay. So yeah, 9. You know it takes about a downtime to travel the lead link, so that's going to be at least 3 downtime, depending on what you do there. So you could do 1,000,000, like.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Sorry. No, because I took Endien 16. I used 4 for the armor, which brought me down to 12. 11, 10, 9. Yeah. So I have 7 at least, depending on travel to Lead Link. In that case, I'm going to try and knock out another crafting. I'm going to do a boomerang shield, which is another uncommon item.
Okay. Is that another That was basically the same as the armor you just built, right?
Yeah, it's the same rarity as the armor. So it should be another 4.
Okay. Just let me know how long that takes you. So
what's
you do that,
the DC on it? Sorry. Yes.
DC 10.
Oh, DC 10. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it in 3 downtimes because I got 1 nat 20.
Okay. So, you guys, I don't know. Do you guys fly? Do you sail? How do you guys think you're traveling back to Algernon?
Temenos would want to sail, but I mean, unless Silas has like really any objections against it.
Chocobo. Yeah, we can sail.
Okay, yeah. I mean, this is pretty familiar for both of you. You both spent a lot of time on the seas. I think when you guys get there, and again, stop if you ever have like scenes that you want to do, just let me know. But I'll say like you can get there. You guys journey your way back up to the Wisdom Falls. You find that there has been a small, it seems like there's been a small excavation up top, not like inside, like, I mean, like there seems like to have been like some like fencing put up around like some of the area on the cliffs to denote that people have been like up there and like looking into the herbs and stuff like that and like doing a lot of testing up there. No one's up there right now, but it does look like people have been up here and like have blocked off some stuff. You do see like there's like some safety blockage on the hole as well, so people don't like fall in there or anything like that.
Temenos would head up to the first wall that he scribed, and then he would use Wand of Detect Magic just to kind of get a sense of.
Yeah, so Silas would have to show you because you didn't get that far.
That's right. That's right.
Silas is the one who did that all for you.
Is there a proper footpath now, or do I still need to do a
No, you'll still have to like, yeah. It seems as though the entrance was kind of like blockaded a bit, so people wouldn't go inside.
Okay.
But otherwise, it's inside is the way you guys left it.
Yeah, I would do it. Rope.
To show Silas that Temenos is actually growing as a person, he would hand Silas the wand, and he would say, "Silas, I'm going to do this because I trust you. See if you can find any kind of magic by that wall that you found. Okay, buddy?"
You're not going to do it yourself?
You're not coming with me?
You know what? Last time we were here, I kind of got myself into some trouble. So considering it's, we're out here by ourselves, let's try and stay as safe as possible. Unless you'd like me to come with.
I have no interest in this Abba, and this is mostly for you. I just came here for support.
Well, that's awesome. I guess you'll be willing to support me then, as Temenos then hops back into the hole.
Breaks
into the hole?
Safely.
Okay, I have a quick question, because I know I don't have access to the armor of D&D Beyond for the armor that Temenos just got. I don't know what that changes for you at the moment.
It doesn't change anything. It's regular armor, except for the activation to summon this. Otherwise, it's just regular half-plate armor.
Okay, so I'm gonna see. What, hey, Temenos. No.
Yeah?
What, I've already forgotten what the problem with him wearing... Oh, it's speed. That's what the change was. Like, what changed?
Yeah, it was the walking speed.
Yeah, I just added the half plate to your thing to see how that worked, and then I might just...
Okay.
I'll put in this armor off air into your account, so I'll make a homebrew of it so you can have it in there. But I just wanted to see how that worked. Cool. So you just have bear speed. So give me a athletics check. It's going to be an easy one, but I do need an athletics check if you are safely trying to climb down. I believe there's a rope involved, Silas said?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh. It's a 2.
All right. You immediately drop. You lose your grip, and you back into this hole. You take, I believe it says 20 feet. So you take 6 bludgeoning damage as you immediately back onto your back and smack your head against a rock.
Those greasy fish that I had for dinner. That's what did it. I just slipped, Silas. I swear, I'm fine.
From the top, you see Silas walk away for a moment, and then he does a running jump, swan dive, tuck in, roll. Midair, he activates mage armor, so he looks even cooler. And he lands gracefully next to you, I hope.
Give me an acrobatics.
I love this because I can basically show off since I'm next. That is a 5, 6, 7, 23.
Oh, absolutely! You land gracefully, swirling down onto this cavern floor, like on the other side of Temenos' head, looking down at him. As you've got your mage armor. The mage armor is kind of like a you described it as like this, like almost like black, like liquid
black
coming
armor
up through your
yeah. I'll kick him. You okay?
Just a little bit of help, please. Just. Oh, I hope I didn't throw out my back.
You know you're gonna run into more problems if you're a librarian, yeah?
Yeah,
especially if you keep
already
doing
run into
like
plenty. I just
get up.
Okay. And then he'll reach out and hopefully get helped up.
He doesn't reach out.
You just see Temenos with his arm up, just
Are you praying?
I help, please.
Oh, sorry, you're praying. I'll give you some privacy.
Okay. You see him like roll over to his stomach and then slowly like get back to his feet.
Yeah, I mean it's stumbling forward. You're able to. Silas can show you the way he blasted through, like the kind of like the small nook you have to like squeeze through to get to the other opening.
Mm-hmm.
You see this spread out, like I said, like it's like a little bit more open. Like it's like natural cavern, and then like this wall that juts into the base of this cavern. But you do see now this like writing in person that Silas had described.
Yeah, Temenos is going to take out the wand now and use detect magic.
Nothing within 30 feet, yeah. So possibly because you're in the middle of a mountain or like in a cliffside and like this is a building, possibly if there's magic inside, might not be the spell might not be able to penetrate it all. So far you're not really getting pings on magic.
Okay. Hey, Silas.
Yeah.
You got any more of that rope so we can maybe try to get down a little bit further than where you went? Or do you not feel safe?
I feel very safe. I don't know if you will if I show you the way further.
Well, show me as far as you've gotten.
I show you the crawl space.
Yeah, it's like on top, so like you have to like climb a bit to get up there. And it's I'll say it's fine that you're not going to take any damage if you fall from it, but I'll say given Temenos' track, it sounds like you're going to struggle to hoist up there. But yeah, you do see like it just like narrows in as you like have to get further and further into this cave. You have dark vision, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can see like further, like it just gets tighter and tighter of a squeeze. And you see like maybe like in the very like farther in the back, you see like a little bit of a break in the consistency of this platform. So you see like possibly where that trapdoor is, but it's a ways in there.
Okay.
It definitely looks like if you are able to get over there, it's hard. You're gonna be hard pressed to get out.
Okay, so there's the tunnel, and it slowly gets tighter and tighter to a trapdoor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Temenos is going to look at Silas. Okay, buddy. Can I trust you to have my back?
Temenos. I'm a rogue. I don't have the ability to help you if you get stuck.
You know, Silas, I've had some thoughts. And not to put myself in a higher form, but if the Triumvirate were reborn, you sir would be a Ba. You see Temenos just like slowly start to climb into this tunnel.
Army crawl. This sounds like something that'd be a very dramatic, like you say this and you walk off, like that's the end of the scene.
Yeah.
But then
I try to strut off. You see him like flip his hair, and then he tries to crawl in.
Yeah. You hear armor scraping against this rock. The brand new armor. I mean, it's
I haven't gotten stuck
yet. You're getting
yet.
A light ping. So you're getting a light ping of hunger the whole time you've been in.
Yep. This is why I brought Misty Step into my spell collection.
Son of a bitch.
I climb in there with my no armor having ass. And then I crawl faster than this man.
Okay. Temenos, you get to a point where very correctly you can't turn around. You're the only way out is through. You can't turn around here. Like you are stuck if you tried to turn around. Your only solution would be to get to that crawl space trapdoor and go inside if you can.
Okay. Yep. Then if I realize that, and I try to get through the trapdoor.
Okay. You get there. You see it is a just a wooden door, a wooden trapdoor on top with a latch. It looks like it would swing inward.
So down and inward.
Yep.
Okay. Shoot. Temenos would try to open the trapdoor.
Yep, it swings as it swings down.
Let me check real quick because I want to see if I have reduce flame because I know I can see in the dark. I want to see if maybe I can illuminate a little more space.
You do have the spell light.
I do.
I don't
That's
know
right.
what you would light to do. I guess it depends on what you can describe it to me.
I would light the trapdoor.
Okay. Yeah, I think that works. It brightens up in here immediately, and inside you see a ladder.
Okay,
and
I'll head towards the ladder.
About 20 feet, and there seems to be like a spot with like a door down.
Yeah, Temenos would
Can I get a
grab onto the ladder and. Yep. Okay. Set perception.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a dirty 20.
You know this rope. It's a rope ladder, and it looks like old. It looks old. You don't know how well it's gonna hold you and support you. If you tried to, your first instinct is to go head first. Like, I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna start making my way down. But as you grab onto it, you're like, this thing is gonna collapse on me if I try to go down this.
Silas? I'll just shout out Silas.
Did you already get stuck?
No, I'm not stuck. Where are you? Can I see where Silas is?
No, you wouldn't be able. You can't turn around. You're
okay.
Forward.
Yep.
Is he blocking the way?
Kind of, yeah.
So I can't go through.
You could go around. You could probably try and go around.
Okay. Instead, I'm gonna tickle his feet.
Ew.
He's
ticklish on the bottom of his feet. He's ticklish on the bottom of his feet.
I go around. Before poking. Before I leave, I poke him in the butt. Then I go around.
Yeah, you see the same exact thing as you approach it. Is this
how
rope
big?
Ladder, and it's about a 20-foot.
How big is the hole? The square hole?
5 feet.
5 feet. So I can.
So it's like a one person at a time could fit in this, and it's kind of a tight squeeze.
Yeah. Theoretically, could I climb down using my back and foot, basically pushing against?
Yeah, if you give me an athletics check.
Ooh, athletics, I'm not that great.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is a DC 15.
I don't have any more rope. God dang.
I'll say if you fail it by a certain
doesn't
amount,
matter.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. I got a nat 20 again.
Okay, yeah. You shimmy. You see Silas kind of slink into it and is able to shimmy his way to on his back and his legs, get himself down and maneuver down.
So I can see that he safely made it to the door?
He safely made it to the bottom.
All right, Temenos is going to try and climb down the ladder.
I see you going for it. I'm going to tell you to wait.
All right,
give you some space if you fall, and I'm going to go through the door.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Silas, to avoid getting crushed to death, checks the door. It opens right up. It opens outward for you, so you're able to open it. You open up, and that is where we are going to leave off on today's episode. What is inside? Well, if you really want to know, you can always follow the IDL at IDL_RPGS on Twitter or IDL.RPGS on Blue Sky. Check out for the next episode to see what happens inside. If you'd like to ask me about day planning, you can always hit me up at Bumblescum. If you would like to read books and swing hams, hams was a shortened version of a hammer, and I realized a ham is already an object, so well, you can always ask about swinging hams with Little Growth if you would like to all business for 2 months in the countryside with some horses. You can always ask for recommendations of where to do that from BakaZombie at ZombieBaka. If you would like to be told that if you would like to tell someone that a rope ladder will rip under their weight and then watch them immediately try to use the rope ladder, you can always check it out when Kane does it at Kane_Wallner. And you can't really communicate with Kyle. He's kind of moving out of the way in case you fall down and he doesn't want to get squashed. All right, goodbye.